revision books. The total cost of those books was $2,590, and included books like Facebook Science, Encyclopedia, Targeter. I'm sure you're all familiar with those books. I didn't have the money then to give her those books. So I began to wonder what I'm going to do. But after a few days, my daughter came home with 2 of those books. So as a parent, I wanted to know, where have you gotten those books? And she told me that the previous class 8, once they finish their exams, they throw away the books. They abandoned the books. So the class teacher took the books together and distributed them to the new class 8. But she only had 2 books. So I still had to provide the other 3. So I began to call my brothers and sisters and asking them whether they have those books. And this is what happened. At the end of that exercise, I was able to pick some books that I had at home, which my children were not using. Nobody needed them. And I sold them to my brothers and sisters whose children needed them. Plus, I was able to exchange 2 of those books with a friend of mine whose child needed the books that I had, and I needed the 38 books. She had the 38 books that I needed. In fact, at the end of that exercise, I was able to get the books for my daughter, and I had some money left, about 300 shillings. So the point I'm trying to make here is that books are very expensive. We all know that. We all struggle with buying books. I have struggled. You know what it means to go to the bookshop and you're told, you go to the bookshop with a book list and they tell you, these books are going to cost you 3,000 bob, these books are going to cost you 5,000 shillings, or even more. So what do you do? Thank you. So, when I was looking around for books, I also heard that candidates have something they call an academic fire. Once they finish their exams, they put their books together and they burn. I don't know how many people have heard of academic fires. Especially in secondary school, they do that. They even burn their uniform and they go home with just the clothes they are wearing. So, having a background in information technology, I realized that I can use technology to make a difference. I can use technology to help parents swap the books that they don't need so that they can get the books that they need. But how will you know that a parent next to you has the book you need? And that is where technology comes in. Now, I have 3 questions for you. 1, buying books. Is it easy buying books? Are books affordable? No. Question number 2. Are your children using all the textbooks in your house? No. And the last question is, does your child have all the textbooks that Buru Buru 1 has said they should have? No. Now, if your answers, and I think all your answers for my 3 questions are no, then SwapKitabu has a solution for you. And it is very easy. You go to www.SwapKitabu and register. And in there, you'll be able to say, I want this book, maybe New Primary English, by a publisher, maybe Oxford University, for class 5. I want 1 book. And another parent who has that book and they don't need it will contact you and you can swap the books, or they can sell to you. I'm sure if you meet a parent and they say, I'm from Buru Buru 1 Primary, oh, habari mzazi, you'll be happy to tell them, okay, I don't need this book. You can have it for 100 shillings. If that parent goes to the bookshop to buy a book like that, Kiswahili Mufti, for example, Wala bin Wala, I saw it at 690. So if you have Kiswahili Mufti in your house,
go to www.swapkitabu.com, register, and let another parent have that book. And then, as a community, we help each other, we lower the cost of textbooks, so that we can make the work of our teachers here easy, because all our children have all the textbooks that they need, so that we can improve the quality of their education. So I thank you very much. There was a paper that we had going around earlier. If you haven't done so and you'd like us to contact you, please put your name and your email address and your telephone number. I want us to go digital. This is the time to go digital. Digital helps to make our work very easy, and it brings us together very easily. When you put your book there, you want a book, you will be speaking to Kenyans, to millions of parents around Kenya. So rather than coming in a session like this and trying to sell books to each other and looking for each other, or trying to get the school to manage that, we are using an online platform for you parents to be able to do that. So as I conclude, I would like to invite a few questions, if you have any, before I sit down. Just 2 or 3 questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Have we understood what SwapKitabu can do for us? Anyone with any questions you'd like to ask? Yes, at the back.
Registration, is it free or any charges?
Yes. Each year, there's a subscription fee of only 200 shillings. Okay? That works out to about 17 shillings every month. Just 17 shillings. Less than 20 bob, you will be able to swap as many books as you have. All the piles